Yuck. 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 Good morning. The dog doesn't think it's a good morning either. He's barely off the porch. Good morning again. So, I am starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm starting dinner because it's going to take a little bit. So like I said yesterday, today I'm making a slow cooker Mexican pulled pork. This is a new recipe for me. I've never made it before. I make my own wonderful pulled pork for like on sandwiches, but I've never made it with a Mexican flair to eat on tortillas. So this is what the picture looks like. So they look fabulous. And the recipe is simplyrecipes.com. So this that I have here on the plate is all the seasonings. It uses quite a bit. In fact, I emptied 2 bottles of seasonings that I had to put on my grocery list now. And I was short on both of them, but just by a little, not by a lot. So I'm not gonna, run out and get something at 8 o'clock this morning. So I'm starting off with well, I'll show you my pork roast in a second. Actually, if you watched yesterday's video, you've seen my pork roast. So here I have 4 tablespoons of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of salt, a tablespoon of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of cayenne, 1 teaspoon of ground oregano, which I found very odd because I always associate oregano with Italian cooking, not Mexican. But here we go. We're going to give it a whirl. So, teaspoon of ground oregano. This is where I was short a little. The recipe calls for a teaspoon of onion powder. I had about 3/4 of a teaspoon of onion salt. The chili powder is also, did I say that? The chili powder was also one that I was short 4 tablespoons. I had about 3.5 maybe, so again short a little bit there. And then okay, so short on the onion powder. I have like 3/4 of a teaspoon of onion salt instead, and it calls for a teaspoon of garlic powder. I have a teaspoon of garlic salt here, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and a pinch of cloves. So what we're going to do is we're just going to mix that all together and make a rub out of it. Can I do this without throwing it all over the floor or the counter or the stove? Yeah, probably not. You know what? Again, best tools God gave us. Hands. I'm going to have to get my hands dirty anyway. So this is now our rub for our roast. So I'm going to get in here and grab my roast. Calls for a 3.5 pound. I didn't weigh this, but it's roughly that. I'm just going to put a little bit of the rub on the fat side. And flip this over. And we're going to coat this really well on the meat side. If you have some rub left over that won't stick to your meat, I'm sure you can just dump it in the crock pot later. So there it is, 1 rubbed hunk of pork, and you're to let that sit at room temperature for an hour. Recipe says you can also chill it overnight if you want to. So we're just going to let it sit here and hang out for an hour. Now how am I supposed to turn the camera off? Lord. No wonder cameras even survive me. I'm back. Alright, now we're going to brown the roast. So I have my cast iron frying pan here. I have put 2 tablespoons of oil in it. The recipe says to use vegetable oil. I'm going to use a healthier oil. I am using just regular olive oil. Just don't use an extra virgin. The extra virgin does not have as high a smoke point as the regular, or it has a higher smoke point. I always say that wrong. Anyway, it breaks down at a high temperature. So if you're going to do any kind of frying or sauteing, you just want to go with a regular olive oil and not an extra virgin. Extra virgin is meant more for salads, stuff like that. So oil is in the pan. It is heating up to medium-high heat. And all we are going to do is brown the roast on all 4 sides. Oh my goodness, I wish you could smell this. Holy cow, does this smell incredible. Alright, so that is going in the slow cooker. Ooh. And then I'm going to add the rest of the rub that was on the plate. And we're going to pop a lid on that. And that is going to go on low for 6 to 10 hours or until it falls apart. Alright, I'll be back. Oh my God, I wish you guys could smell my house. I wish you could be smelling this right now. Between that pulled pork, which I think is going to be amazing, and I just fried up some bacon because I'm going to have some bacon and eggs for breakfast. Holy shnikes, it smells good in here. Oh. Breakfast, bacon, eggs, tomato juice. All right, let's have a look. Oh my. Oh my. Oh yes. Let's have a taste. That's hot. Oh goodness gracious. Oh, you guys have to make this. Like, you really have to make this now. Seriously. That is some freaking good pork. Alright, I'm going to shred this up and get my sides ready. Alright, I think we are about ready. So I just warmed up some black beans and put some garlic pepper on them for a side. We have whole wheat flour tortillas that I'll warm up in the microwave. Oh, my appetizer was coconut rum and pineapple juice. There's the pork. The slaw combination, I took some regular coleslaw mix. I added some extra virgin olive oil, some fresh lime juice, some salt, and some cilantro. And that's what we're going to put on the tortillas. I did also get out tomatoes, cheese, sour cream if we want it. But I'm thinking there's enough flavor just by adding some salsa or sauce. That should be plenty. We may not even need that stuff. But I did get out the Taco Bell taco sauce, some On the Border roasted salsa verde, and what's left of my homemade salsa. And then, of course, my favorite salad in the world, my tomato, cucumber, avocado, onion with lime juice, salt, and cilantro. All right, we're going to see what Mike thinks of the pork. Oh, and 3 different kinds of chips. I have the blue corn with the flax seed. I have the veggie tortilla chips and some multigrain Tostitos. Someone's starving.
That's good.
Are you being sarcastic, Michael?
No, Gary.
It's good?
It's very good. It'll knock your socks off.
Will it? All right, so I should keep this recipe?
Well, by all means.
Okay, you heard it from the mouth of the man. All right, little boy, we're going to the vets and put you on the scale and pick up your heart meds. He's just chilling. Laying on the door, just chilling. You're a goofy little dog. Friday night movie night.